Take one. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Top Down Conversations. I am your host, Norman, and today we have a super special guest today, man. This goofy guy over here, he has been with me, helping me with the podcast. But even before this, being new to Charlotte, he definitely helped me, get my feet wet and knowing people, knowing my way around the city, and just knowing how to navigate a little bit in Charlotte living, but also photography living down here. So without further ado, today's guest is my boy KJ.
What's good, man?
What's going on with you, dog?
Not much, bro. Not much.
Yeah. Happy to have you on the show, man.
Thank you, dog. For a lot of people that don't know, I am the man behind all the video work for my
all the video work. So all the recording stuff while I'm sitting here, he's the one behind making sure everything get recorded and all of that. So yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy. So real quick before we get into it, go ahead, let everybody know your name, what's your medium, and how long you've been doing it.
Okay. So people that know me, a lot of people know me by Flacco, or people know me by KJ. So growing up, everybody been calling me KJ. It wasn't until I really hit high school where I wanted to branch out and become my own person. Nobody knew me as Flacco, this, that, and the third, yada. And like some of my biggest inspiration, like the ASAP mob and everything like that, I just feel like having a crew like that around you with so many different creative flows, people doing this, people doing that, but we all like a brotherhood or, brother and sister, this, that, and the third, I feel like was real cool. So that's where a lot of my names stick from. But yeah, so with that, also too, like for people that know me knows I love videography, photography, skateboarding, cars. I'm all over with it. So I'm just gonna be honest with you. What was the other thing you want me to?
It was let them know your name, let them know what you do, like your medium. So you said photography and videography, and where you based out of?
I'm based out of Charlotte, North Carolina, but I'm gonna let y'all know your boy be traveling shows. Okay,
let them know. So, with photography and videography, is that something that you do full time? Is it something that you do part time? Is it just a hobby for you? How would you qualify that?
To be honest, I really say it's a little bit of both.
Both being
it's full time, but also semi not full time. And the reason why I said a little bit of both is because I'm gonna be honest with y'all right now. If I can make it more full time, I definitely would. My biggest problem right now, I don't have a lot of customers coming in to me right now. Business been picking up a lot more lately, so I've been doing a lot more shoots, this, that, and the third, but it's not on a consistent basis just yet. Whenever it becomes consistent, I would say it's more full time. But it's like, just like my regular job, because I work, it's like matching up almost, because close about the same amount of time I'm working my full time job, I'm doing a shoot or I'm recording something, or if I'm not recording for somebody, I'm doing a YouTube video for myself. So stuff like that. So
for you to be able to qualify it as full time in, let's just say, a month's time, right? How many different sessions, photo or video or one of each, would that look like? What would a full time and a month's worth look like? Like how many sessions a week or a month?
If I could get this many, I would like to do 15 a week.
15 a week?
Yeah, 15.
That's what's up. All right.
Right now, I'm probably looking at about 2 to 3 a week being realistic. But a lot of the shoots I have been doing been like more of bigger shoots. Cause I did a couple Met Galas. I did a couple of like birthday events where, excuse me, I had a burp. Where I'm at there for over a long period of time. So it's like it don't even out, but it low key even out, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like that's low key where it's at right now.
Okay. All right. So would you say that it's like hard to balance, doing the photography on the side with your 9 to 5? Is that hard to balance, would you say, or have you found a balance with it?
I found a balance with it just because I typically get off at 5. So if I book anything during the week, it'll be after 5. Saturday and Sundays, I'm typically a lot more free and have a lot more free time. So if it's anything Saturday and Sunday, they have all day to book them. You're just during the week, anything. Typically, I say about after 5, 6 o'clock. Typically, I'll say 6 just so I can wind down a little bit and freshen up and go ahead and get my mind right.
I got you.
But, yeah.
Okay. So I know with me, my schedule is kind of crazy sometimes, so it is kind of hard for me to, keep that work-life balance. But I'm gonna get there like you one day, big dog.
I mean, but even with the job I have now, it's still kind of hard to balance it because you still got other things going on in your life.
Yeah, you're right.
So, this is how the way I've been looking at life as of recently. I try to put everything that's important to me first and everything like that. Like, be honest, I love my job to death. But if I could quit today and do straight photography or videography, I would. I'm just being honest with everybody.
Yeah.
And until I can get to a point where I feel like financially I could support myself and everything, just doing photography and videography, then everything would change. But as of right now, that's how the way everything is going.
I like that. Okay. So with the I want to speak for a second to the clients, right? You said right now you're getting like 2-3 clients, but you would like more.
Yeah.
I guess, what are some ways, what have you tried that's worked and what have you tried that hasn't worked, and what are some things that you want to try that you're hoping will work to kind of bring in some of those clients?
Okay, I got you. So with that, all right, so I feel like the biggest thing, you have to attract the audience. Me, if people that know me and people that have seen my page come across my page, no, I don't have like a normal style of shooting at times. Like some of it's kind of normal, some of it isn't. So because my style is a little bit different from other people, a lot of people may not be interested in it. They may want like more of a, headshot professional, this, that, and third. Where for me, my personality, no matter what I do, I'm goofy, I'm real loud, I'm real vibrant with a lot of stuff. So it's like this, that, and third. And even if I'm not vibrant, like I love doing black and white photos. A lot of people like them, but a lot of people's not really into them for the event. So it's like you have to attract the audience. Another thing, you were saying stuff that have worked. I would say advertising, and investing in yourself. So nothing comes over time. Just because I invested in myself at first don't mean it came that quick. When people start seeing my work and they can see consistency of my work and the quality of my work, that's when a lot of people really tend to open up and try to let me shoot for them, do video work for them, this, that, and third, yada yada.
Okay. So like, when you advertise and things like that, you're using social media, right?
Social media as much as possible. Also, I be telling people straight up, word of mouth goes a long way.
Yes, it does. I agree.
And so if I could have a client said, "Oh, I had a dope shoot with him, this and the third, yada yada," for any event, I feel like you should go to him. That's a blessing, because now it's a little bit more trust. You can see work on social media. It doesn't mean that person gonna be that way. A lot of people copyright their stuff. A lot of people don't do everything legitly. So because word of mouth, I feel like a lot of people trust it a tad bit more.
Yeah, definitely. My cousin, I think he called it the Jones effect. Like, some people may work with you just because you worked with a specific person, right?
Yeah.
So if you worked with person A and everybody like, oh, they worked with person A, they must be popping, because, person A may only work with a specific amount of people. And then person A starts telling people about you, that's definitely easy to roll in. So, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. But I do think I kind of got into it a little bit quick. I want to backtrack a second here.
Cool, bro.
And I want to ask, like, what even started your journey? First off, how long have you been doing this? And then what started your journey into photography and videography?
All right, so if you want me to be honest, I would say with photography and everything, I would say about 5 to 6 years. But it wasn't serious at first. Being honest, in high school, you know how, like, you're not really trying to focus on class.
Man, yeah.
So I took the yearbook class.
Oh, okay.
So I was just doing it just so I can get a quick A and go home.
I got you.
That's the main reason why I did it, and that's how I really got into it, especially with photography. With videography, what got me into videography is I see a lot of dope work from a lot of different people. Like me personally, I be on YouTube 24/7. I see some people doing cinematic videos, this and the third, and it's real beautiful. It's real artwork, and like you gotta take time, dedication to get to a certain point. And I see a lot of people, they was able to record off iPhones. So if you able to record off something that simple, and make just beautiful artwork. I just feel like it was something cool and a blessing. So that's what got me into the video.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. So back to what I was saying about the yearbook, that was part of it. Then also too, so my mom, she passed away in 2019,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom, she used to love taking photos of the family, this and the third, yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, I felt like I was a pretty boy, and so I used to take photos 24/7.
Yeah.
But after my mom passed, a lot of stuff changed in me, and I pushed away from a lot of stuff. And I don't know what it was. I just remember I was extremely, extremely depressed. And the camera I had when I was taking yearbook,
Mm-hmm.
I just decided to take photos one day with my boys.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to my boy Quez and DJ.
Mm-hmm.
They was my first models and everything like that.
That's what's
so
up. Shout out to day ones, man. Creatives would be nothing without our day ones.
I'm being honest. So shout out to them. Thick through thin, I love them. But yeah, so they were my first two models. And the crazy thing about it is, we did a photo shoot at cookout. The cookout dinner.
Oh, really? Like the parking lot?
Yeah, the parking lot.
So y'all just had some burgers. It was like, let's go do a photo shoot.
No, I already had my camera with me. And I was
Uh-huh.
telling them for a minute I wanted to get into it. They were like, "Come on, let's do it."
Oh, that's
So
what's up.
we literally got in hooping.
Then
we walked
just
up
went
there. Then that's how everything went, bro.
Yo, that's how it be, man. When inspiration and creativity strike, like wherever you at, you can make anything into like, that creative space that you need it to be. So I'm glad, bro. I'm glad. Now you said you've been doing this for 5-6 years. You've done some events. You've made some clients. I'm pretty sure some people have hit you up asking about pricing, and then you never hear from them again,
Bro, what? That'd be irritating,
man,
bro.
very. But like, through all these things and all these experiences throughout the 5-6 years that you've been doing it, what's something that you think is super important that you learned in that time, right? So just thinking, since you started up until now, what's one or two things that's super important that you would say?
I have three things to say. If that's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
Number one, trust in yourself, believe in yourself, and go ahead and do what's right.
Mm.
And the reason why I say that, a lot of people may say, "Oh, this is your first time doing this, that, and the third for an event or whatever." Just because it's your first time, that doesn't mean you don't know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It may be a new setting for that event, but if you're picking up if you're picking up a camera, you're doing photography 101 times, this is your first serious event. You done already took photos. You done already know how to edit. You already know the process. You already know what you're doing. This and the third.
Facts.
It's just that now this is your first event. Now I'm not saying like don't take a deal sometime. What I mean by take a deal is like that person may have 100,000 followers on IG. You do some artwork for them. Instead of paying 150, they may do, I say 100.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool because you still get money off the back end because that following count. His followers may not completely mess with you, but out of that 150,000, you're gonna have at least one or two people to rock with you.
Facts.
So now, once that happens, it's gonna be like you said, the Jones effect. It's gonna be a lot more people working with you because your artwork is dope.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is, this is for whatever you want to do. If this is something serious that you want to do, whatever craft you're doing, thick through thin, be 100% with it. If you're not 100% with it, people can tell and a lot of stuff can show. So like with me, I was doing YouTube videos for a long time. I was doing YouTube videos before I even picked up a camera.
Mm.
I quit doing YouTube videos on and off because I was focusing on this, that, and the third, not focused on what I wanted to do. The second thing that messed me up was I didn't know how to manage life and still go through life after my mom passed.
Mm.
So when that happened, I took a turn to the left instead of going right.
Mm.
And so I had to learn how to change myself and learn how to adapt to new things and everything like that. It took a while. It took a couple years, but I had to learn how to adapt. And so now because I learned how to adapt, I realized that time I wasted playing around, this and the third. Y'all like, yeah, you may be depressed, this and the third, but I'm gonna be honest. Take your time out to grieve. Take your time out to do whatever you got to do for whatever situation you're going through.
Mm.
But still focus on work. You still got goals that you're trying to achieve. You just prolonging the process.
Mm.
And I'm just being honest with that. The last thing too, I had said it early. If if whatever it is you want to do, you got to put it above certain things. And that doesn't mean the other things not important, but you got your goal that you trying to achieve, that you trying to do. So you got to make sure you got to make sure you put time, effort, and everything for that. Like me personally, I don't talk about too much of like stuff I bought, but literally I'm looking at buying DJI Osmo. I'm looking at buying this and the third. A couple things I already bought in my cart. And yes, it's expensive, but I work hard for it. I work hard for the stuff I want, so I deserve it. Yeah. So since I deserve it, go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Not only do you deserve it, it's also an investment, right? If you get that DJI Osmo, that's something that you can add to your collection to help build your clientele. That's something else you can offer. That's something else for your vlog, you know, different things like that. So, yeah.
Excuse me, but yes, most def.
Yeah, I like those. I think those are some very good points. Was that it? Were those the points?
Yeah.
All right. When it comes to where you see yourself in the future, dang, I want to go back right quick. I just want to tell everybody, KJ just said one of his goals is to get 15 clients a week, right? And right now you said you averaging 2 or 3, but you just said like, even to get those 2 or 3 clients, you working hard, bro. You was grieving. And you had to, you know, learn how to grieve, but also keep moving. You know, you got your job, but you got to learn how to keep moving, bro. So it's all about, I like how you said it, you know, just because you put something at the top, it don't mean other things aren't important. That's just the goal right now.
Yeah.
So it seems like there's been a lot of times where you've identified your goal, and that has helped you to push through.
I'm going to be honest, at first, it wasn't like that.
Really?
At first, I'm going to be honest, at first I was completely shut down. But what happened was I was losing out on deals and I was losing out on people. And people were saying that they didn't like me no more, this and the third. And it took me a second to like process and understand why. But it's like, at the same time in my head, I'm like, bro, I'm grieving. I'm going through something. Yeah. But not trying to be funny when I say this. It matters to us. It don't matter to the other people.
You right, bro.
And so...
You right, bro.
And so it's a messed up thing to say, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
This world is very, very cruel and very, very harsh with different things. So you got to learn how to protect yourself, but you also got to learn how to do what you got to do. Because I'm going to be honest, bills are still going to bill.
Bills is, man, bro. And how old are you?
I'm 22.
Bro, 22 talking about bills is still cold bill, man. You already know. You already know.
The only 2 things I can say in life that's going to happen, you're going to have to pay taxes sooner or later, and death.
I'm trying to tell you. Only 2 things that's certain. So, I get it. But, well, outside of those 2 things, what are some things that you are hopeful for in the future, right? Like, where do you want to take your business? What are some clients that you want to work with? You know, where are some physical places that you want your photography and videography to take you?
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say something real quick.
Okay.
We're talking about traveling.
Yeah.
So, you know, first thing I said, your boy travel, right? Right. But which I don't know, and I don't be talking about this, I got a wedding I'm doing real soon in Jamaica.
Woo.
So, holla at your boy.
Come on,
holla at your boy.
Come on.
I ain't gonna lie, I can't wait, because a lot of people don't know I do a lot of drone work too, but I'm now getting into it and taking it a lot more serious. I didn't invest in the drone. I didn't took time and learn how to do everything. But yeah, so with the wedding, I'm gonna be honest, I can't wait. So, really, I want to travel as much as possible. Okay. If I could travel to Japan, Europe, Iceland, Greenland, wherever it's like I could see new stuff at, I would love to go. I'm not really a person that would be like, I want to go here, bro. I have never been in places, so I don't care if it's a little small town, city I never even heard of overseas. I don't care. I'm blessed. I'm grateful to go over there.
Absolutely.
Like, bro, you get experience new culture. You get experience new stuff. You only experience that once, so it's like, you don't really know, and then it's like you don't know who you meet over there. So it's like that's why my options are always open. Like, I'm gonna be honest, if somebody booked me to say, can you go to Germany right now, I'm going. I don't care.
Out of there.
I don't care if it's Ukraine, Germany, country in South Africa,
I got you.
Wherever. Like, it's the experience. I'm more down for experience than anything else. And like, I feel like a lot of photographers and videographers is more about oh, I gotta be here, it gotta be this, it gotta be that. I don't care about none of that. The only thing I know for sure, I'm finna cut up with this shoe and call it a day, bro.
I feel it, KJ. That's what's up. So within the next couple of years, it seems like that you really want to, use your camera to help you travel and things like that. So
yeah, one goal I do have for the next couple of years, and I hope and pray that all this will come true, that I can quit my job and go ahead and just do photography and videography full time.
We're gonna talk it in a agree, bro.
If I can't say if, when that happens, I don't care if it's the next 5 years, 10 years, but it's gonna happen sooner or later. When it do come, I'm blessed, I'm thankful, and best believe, I'm shouting out to my boy too, cause you done put me on the game. Like, for people that's on my YouTube channel, I kept talking about last quarter, and I kept talking about Norman. This is the guy. He done taught me about lighting. He done taught me about a lot of stuff. I gotta give mad respect, mad props to you, bro. You done put me on game with a lot. My photography game done changed a lot because of you, especially like with lighting. Like, I already have the creative mindset. It was just, I was so focused on like doing natural lighting stuff, this and the third, instead of using with crafts and stuff like that I can actually, boost up my photography and stuff like that. Yeah, add
some stuff to your tool belt.
Yeah,
for sure, bro. I think, not to get too biblical, but the Bible talks about, iron sharpening iron. And just in the ways that, you said, I help you, you help me, bro. I started off this video. Bro, you are the video man for this, right? Right now we got Viz. What up, Viz? Y'all can't see him right now, but he helping us out. Shout out to Visual Lights, you feel me? He helping us today. But, yeah, bro, like, you helped me out a ton in just being new to the city and getting familiar with people, places, and things. You were very instrumental in that. So in all the ways that you say that I've helped you, trust that you've helped me just as much, if not more. So again, I thank you too, bro.
No problem, bro.
My dog.
Much love, much respect, bro.
For sure. So I honestly didn't really have much else I wanted to touch on. I think we touched on everything I wanted to. Did you have one or two other things that you wanted to say to the people or anything?
I have a couple things.
Yeah, go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie. This gonna shock you a little bit. I want to interview you real quick.
Man, what?
Just like a quick couple questions, because we all hear you talk. We don't really hear too much from you, bro.
All right, bro. All right. Just like 2 or 3 questions, bro. I'm gonna keep it quick. This episode about you, not me.
I know, but still, you the man who got the plan, the idea, and everything like that. We don't ever hear you speak, bro. The only time we hear you speak whenever you asking questions.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, you know me. I told you I'm different. I'm different, bro.
All right.
So, with coming from Michigan, right, to Charlotte, I already know a lot that you had to go through travel-wise, this, that, and the third, yada, yada. Did you expect, like, your clientele to be coming in hot the way they did, or would you expect them to become faster, a little bit slower, anything like that?
Coming from where I'm from, bro, not even physically, but just like my mindset, I thought I was the man, dog. So
it'd be like that,
I
bro.
thought I was gonna come down to Charlotte, make all these connections, and people was just go, fall in my lap, so to speak. And that did not happen at all.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I love Charlotte to death. I love Charlotte to death. But I'm gonna be honest. I think somebody said this on another podcast or another one of our episodes. But Charlotte is full of bandwagons, and no disrespect towards Charlotte, but it is like I see some people that we work harder than. I see work better than them, and it's not judging them, disrespecting them no from way, because they still be coming out with dope work, and I'm gonna give them that. But I could just tell my quality compared to their quality. I don't see. I don't really see it, and it's just like this, that, and the third. So it's like that's the main reason why I had asked you, because I know a lot of times with photography, this and the third, you could be a dope photographer and go unnamed and go unheard for a while.
Yeah. I mean, but when I started off photography, I was like that, right? Because what you're talking about, I seen similarly in other places, and it's like, man, I see other people are doing. They're getting all this work, but their work isn't nowhere as good as mine. Or all these 7 people are doing the exact same thing, and they're all booked. And here I am doing my different thing, and I'm not getting any bookings. And it can be disheartening. It can be, it can make you want to put down your craft. But you got to understand that you are not those people, right? Like how I even was talking to you, I was getting discouraged because my clientele wasn't coming as quick as I wanted it to, and I wanted to put down my craft, but I was like, I can't put down this camera. How else can I use this camera? Here we are, using the camera another way, you feel me?
Yeah.
So definitely I just want to make a note to anyone that feels discouraged just because you may not be making it in the lane that you want to make it in doesn't mean that's the only lane, you feel me? I never thought I would start a podcast, be interviewing different people, different things like that. But here we are, because the lane that I thought I wanted to go down was the lane that Viz, like I told you, God wanted me to go down, bro. When he talk, you gotta listen, man.
Yeah.
So it's just, don't give up on yourself, like you were saying. Don't put too much emphasis on other people because it's a distraction, right? You gotta keep your blinders on and just keep moving how you gotta move, and at the end of the day realize it's just you and God for real. So and you gotta do what you gotta do to make it happen. So
Makes sense. Then this the last question.
What's up?
So since you picked up the camera and everything like that,
Mm-hmm.
what was the biggest blessing you can say it didn't happen? For like me, it didn't give me a new light of life. Because it opened up my eyes and opened up and made me realize a lot more different things.
I think
I know the question kind of deep, bro.
ask it again so I make sure I understand it.
So basically, like, what is like one of your biggest blessings or something that like you feel like is a positive change that came from photography?
Got you. I'll say this, bro. I'm a photographer and I love photography and I love taking pictures. But I think one of the biggest blessings that has come that's been attached to the camera is some of the people that I've met, bro. Some of the relationships that I've been able to build with you, with Viz, with the several people that I met here in Charlotte, with all the people I met back home, with different businesses, brands. The camera really, I'm a people person. Like, honestly, I enjoy talking to people at photo shoots more than I do taking their actual photo, which is crazy. But
Which is kind of crazy. Sorry to cut you off.
You good?
It's crazy. You already know. I feel like I'm not a people person, but you always say I'm a people's person.
Yeah.
You tell me we're shooting. And it's
Yeah.
like me, I feel like I connect with people because I didn't had a little bit of experience with life and different things that happened with me. So I know how to conversate with people. I don't realize at that point in time I'm connecting with other people just by conversating. I just feel like that conversation, lighting up the room where it's not all that tension. Because, sometimes you have the camera in front of you. It's a whole bunch of excess tension.
Yeah. And, I feel like to be a photographer is a special skill because anybody can take a picture, right? But how many times I've heard models say that they've walked into rooms with photographers and felt uncomfortable because that ice wasn't broken or they just didn't know how to talk to them. Like, being a photographer is cool, but being a people person is really what gets you the retainer clients. That's really what helps to make the creativity pop. When you as a photographer create a space that's genuine for your client, they feel that, you feel me? It's not about for me, yes, I do want to make this a business, but I love just talking and connecting with people, you feel me? Like, I've gotten so close to some families, bro, taking family photos for Christmas, spring, graduation photos, baby photos, and it's like you become a part of people's lives, man. Like, that's like all because you took a picture of them, like, and it's not even that, it's because you connected with them. The picture was just a way for you to do that. So that's been one of the biggest blessings, bro. Continuing to grow as a person and knowing how to connect with different people and just grow my network and be able to help people like you, be able to help people like Viz, grow your clientele, grow your name and stuff like that. Connect with different people like Dame. Shout out to Dame and the PaidNFull Car Club, different things like that. So, outside of just taking photos or recording things, connecting and communicating is a huge blessing that I've gotten.
I love the answer, bro. The answer is real deep.
Thank
I like
you,
that
bro.
answer. I would have never thought of nothing like this.
Yeah. So, but all right, man. I think that's it for me. I don't have anything else. Do you?
I do, but this is more for the audience. It's not really a question, anything like that. I know this is gonna hurt when I say this to certain people, but also to watch who you pick as your friends and watch who you hang around in your family. Families is a blessing, don't get me wrong, this, that, and the third, yada, yada. But when you become an adult, you low-key pick your own family. Just like I had said earlier, like me, like I said, I'm into the fashion thing, like the ASAP mob, right? I don't want to get into like the fighting and all that stuff just to get in, because a lot of people don't know about that about ASAP mob. I really went into deep with it. But it's like, I want to have a brotherhood and a sisterhood where me and you and Viz, we may be the cameraman, we may have a couple people that do clothing brands, this, that, and the third, yada, yada. So definitely set your own lane and definitely set the people that you want around you to be around you and definitely have success in different ways. Just because he doing clothing, I'm doing fashion, doesn't mean we don't like each other. At the end of the day, that's doing my dog. I'm supporting him how the way he's supporting me. So it's stuff like that. And another thing too, like, sometimes cutting off people is not that bad. Like, cutting off people may hurt at first, but you got to do what you got to do to grow. You got to do what you got to do to succeed. A lot of people, they're not going to bring your time. A lot of people are not going to do this, that, and the third, yada, yada. And you're going to see like a lot of, I don't want to say hatred, but negativity come from that person. And being honest, you don't need that in life. You go through a lot as being a human being. It's so many people that dies. There's so many people that sick. There's so many people that do this, that, and the third, yada, yada. Shoot, just literally not too long ago, a couple months ago, I lost one of my friends, but it is what it is. It's not what it is, but it's low-key it is what it is, just because of the fact of still got to do what we got to do. We still got to lock in. We got to lock in with ourselves and do what we got to do. So just make sure you choose your friends and family wisely. Love who love you, and keep on grinding. Keep on grinding. That's all you can do in life.
Facts. Cool. Well, I think that's a good note to leave off on. I think we definitely dropped some jewels for the people. Some people got some work to do. Go out there and make those connections, you feel me? Build your clientele the same way we trying to build ours, you know? So, but yeah, I think that's been it for another episode of Top Down Conversations. I hope y'all got something good out of it. And I definitely appreciate you coming on the show, KJ.
Dude, thank you for having me,
for sure. Viz, come in right quick. Show your face. Let the people see you. There we go. Yeah. Dame, can we get you over here in the camera, man? We gotta give a big shout out to Dame, man. This is his BMW. This is baby that he let us use. Beautiful car with the BBS wheel. Okay.
Also, too, I want to say this. Shout out to the whole PaidNFull Car Club.
Everybody at PaidNFull.
Yeah, well, y'all do know. I forgot which episode it is.
Second episode with Treasure.
Yeah. The episode with Treasure. Another one of the PaidNFull guys. He let us use his car. PaidNFull been extremely cool. Been an extreme blessing letting us use that car and letting us do everything. Yeah. So I'm gonna say a big thanks to the PaidNFull Car Club.
Absolutely. You can come on over there. Just real quick. You just say hi and bye right quick. Either that one or this first one. Either camera. Yeah, we got it. Dang, bro, I appreciate you.
Thank you a lot, man.
No problem. Thank you. Another episode in the book. So, all right, y'all, we're about to go ahead and get out of here, wrap it up, finish our day. What's today, Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday.
I got to go praise Jesus, man. I got to go to church. I'm late. So, all right, y'all, until next time, thank you for tapping in. Peace.